Hello, my people. A very big welcome to all you WAEC, NECO, and JAM students. Look, are you ready to tackle a topic that is practically a guaranteed question on your exam paper? Well, today we are going to break down the purchase and sale of goods. And trust me, getting this right isn't just about getting a pass. It's about scoring high and really understanding how business in Nigeria actually works. So, here's our plan. First, we'll see why this is a gold mine for marks. Then we'll get into the actual meanings and the step-by-step process. After that, we'll do some real past questions, and then I'll give you some killer exam tips. Just a quick update before we continue. ExamKP helps you learn question patterns and how questions are set so you can prepare smart. They even have video lessons that explain difficult questions step by step, so everything becomes clear. You'll be able to answer faster during CBT and avoid common mistakes.
That makes sense. Yes. Prepare ahead. Use ExamKP.
ExamKP. Pass JAMB with confidence. Alright, section 1. Why this topic matters. So, let's start with the most important question. Why should you even care about this? I mean, beyond the exam. It's because this is the real world stuff. This is the engine of our economy. Okay, now for the exam part, listen close. This topic is what I call a high scorer. It's a gift. Why? Because the examiners love it. They ask about the documents in the objective questions, and they ask you to explain the process in the theory questions. So, if you master this, you are seriously on your way to that A1 you are looking for. And just so you are confident you are in the right place, look at this. Everything we're about to cover is pulled straight from the official syllabus. We are not wasting a single second on things that won't get you marks. This is pure exam-focused knowledge. All right, let's get into the main lesson. Section 2, Understanding Purchase and Sale. We're going to start with the basics, the foundation that everything else is built on. So first up, what is a purchase? It sounds so simple, doesn't it? It's just buying something, and you are right. But for your exam, you need that extra bit of detail. A purchase is the act of buying, and it often involves some negotiation. You know, that back and forth about price and terms before money changes hands. And then you have the other side of that same coin, a sale. This is from the seller's point of view. Now, here's the magic word that examiners are looking for. It's not just about exchanging goods for money. It's about the transfer of ownership. That's the key. Once the sale happens, the buyer now legally owns the goods. Now, not all sales are the same, are they? There are three main types you have to know. First, you have the cash sale. This is what we do every day. You go to the filling station, you buy fuel, you pay, you leave. Simple, no debt. Then you have credit sale. This is huge in business. Think of a shop owner in your area. They likely get their goods from a big supplier and pay them back at the end of the month. That's a credit sale. And finally, hire purchase. This is for expensive items like buying a new keke or a motorcycle. You can't pay all at once, so you pay in installments. The catch? You end up paying more in total because of the interest. Okay, great. Section 3. This is the part that WAEC loves for theory questions, so listen up. We're going to map out the entire journey of a transaction, the step-by-step process. Think of it like a conversation. It starts with the buyer making an inquiry, right? Hello, do you have this item? How much is it? The seller replies with a quotation, which is just a formal price list. If the buyer is happy with the price, they place an order. Then the seller sends the official bill, which is called an invoice. Next, the goods are delivered, the buyer then makes the payment, and finally, to prove the payment was made, the seller issues a receipt. See, it's a logical flow, one step after the other. Okay, let's clear up something that confuses so many students. Debit note versus credit note. I want you to remember it this way. A debit note adds to your debt. It means you owe more money. Maybe the seller forgot to charge you for something. On the other hand, a credit note gives you credit. It means you owe less money. Maybe you are overcharged or you returned something. So, one more time, debit adds to the bill, credit subtracts from the bill. Got it? Good. All right, my favorite part, section 4, WAEC, NECO, and JAMB practice. You've learned the theory, now let's apply it. This is where we turn what you know into actual marks on the exam sheet. Let's do this. Let's start with this one from WAEC. It says, a supplier who needs to make additional charges for goods delivered will send. Now, before you even look at the options, what are the key words in that sentence? What's the most important part? Did you spot it? The key word is additional charges. That means extra charges. So, does the buyer owe more money or less? More, of course. And which document do we use to add more charges to a bill? You got it, the debit note. The answer is A. It's that straightforward once you understand the logic. Okay, next up, a JAM question. Now, you know JAM loves to test your understanding of definitions. This question asks, an invoice can be described as... They want the best, most complete description. Let's look at the options. So, let's think, what is an invoice? It's a bill that lists everything you are buying, right? The quantity, what it is, the price, all of it. Now look at option B. It says a document specifying quantity, description, prices, and total value. That's a perfect match. A receipt comes after payment, so it's not C. A contract is something else entirely. So the best answer is B. See, you just need to know the function of each document. And one more from NECO. This is a very practical, real-world question. Imagine a supplier sells drinks to a retailer in crates. They expect the retailer to return the empty crates. But what if they don't? The supplier has to charge them for those packages. So what document do they send? Let's use our simple logic again. Is the retailer's bill going up or down? It's going up. They are being charged extra. And what document do we use to add a charge? The debit note, always. Don't get confused and think about the word return. The charge is being added because something was not returned. So the retailer's debt goes up. The answer is D, debit note. You all are doing fantastically well. Seriously, great job on those questions. Now, to make sure everything we've learned today sticks, let's do a quick summary, and then I'll share some of my best exam tips. So, to boil it all down, purchase and sale is simply exchanging goods for money. Remember, the key documents follow a logical story, and the three main types of sale are cash, credit, and hire purchase. But if you remember only one thing, let it be this. Debit note means you owe more, credit note means you owe less. Okay, some final tips to get you that top grade. For any theory question, please always start with a definition. It shows the examiner you know what you're talking about. And don't just write one long paragraph. Use headings, use points, make it easy for them to give you marks. And my little gift to you to remember the order of the documents. Enquiry starts quietly. Audit. Invoices, delivery, payment, receipts. Just remember ESQODIPR. Say it a few times, it will stick, I promise. And that is a wrap. Section 6. We have covered so much ground today and you have been amazing. You now have a very strong foundation on this topic. You should feel confident walking into that exam hall. But remember, the work doesn't stop here. Practice is what makes perfect. So, if this lesson was helpful to you, and I really hope it was, please do me a quick favor. Go ahead and like this video, share it with your classmates and any friends you know who are also preparing for these exams. And most importantly, subscribe to our channel right now so you don't miss out on the next topic. And don't forget to visit www.examkp.com for thousands of free practice questions. Come on, let's smash these exams together.